mental health
It's
issues are
actually real,
There,
yes.
there are unresolved traumas that so many people are going to. I know some people don't like hearing that thing, unresolved trauma, but a lot of people actually have it.
Yes,
Because
true.
it shows up in the way they speak. It shows up in how they interact with specific groups. For example, people that probably didn't have cordial relationships, females that didn't have cordial relationships with their fathers, they probably have a particular pattern of relating with males that they meet, males of a certain age.
Yes, because
It is a trauma response.
become a
Do you
pattern for
understand?
them.
Now,
Yeah.
some people have maybe they start feeling a particular way, their body start reacting a particular way when they're about to have a particular experience. Maybe they want to write an exam, maybe they want to travel
because of-
You
somewhere.
become suspicious of that.
Experiences.
It might be anxiety. Now, these are labels. Psychologists have attempted to label some of these things. There are some experiences that people have not adequately labeled
Healed from.
and they've not healed from it. So when you've not even labeled something, it will be difficult for you
to
to
heal
heal
from
from
it.
it.
True.
You know, in the business world, they say you can't track what you can't measure, right? So when you're able to measure an outcome, you can track it. The same thing, if you're not able to label some very nasty experiences, it's difficult. Now, because a lot of people, or some people, because some people have kind of blurred the line between mental laziness and real mental health issues, people are now starting to drift away from the actual people that need interventions for mental health issues.
Welcome to Tebiba Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Temiba Podcast. On this platform, we explore different ideas on issues across sectors in our lives as human beings. We ask meaningful questions. We cause you to become uncomfortable so that you can be comfortable in the right direction. And then we encourage you to ask yourself questions and spark conversations as well with people in your environment. My name is Sunshine, your host for today, and I'm happy to be here. I have with me Mercy.
Hi,
Drum rolls.
everyone. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you. And we also have Burning Fingers.
Thank you. Hi.
Yeah.
Nice to be here.
Thank you so much. Thank you to both of you for doing this with me again. And today, I don't know, this one, we want to deconstruct the table. We want to construct it back. We are going to break it. We are going to shake it. Then we are going to buy wood and redo. No, that table, we would work for it. We might need glass and other things. But let's see. Now, almost every time, or I don't know, depending on the frequency of your own experience, you hear people talk about, my mental health. Oh, mental health issues. Mental health. Now, do we even know what we're saying? Because at the end of the day, do we know that the difference between mental health and mental health issues is that word, issues. I don't know if you get. Okay, many of us don't realize that mental health is just like physical health, social health, psychological health. It is a state of being, right? But when you say mental health issues, then you're talking about challenges, problems that are happening to somebody's mental well-being. But now we tend to, when I say we, some of us tend to, interchange them in meaning. So when someone say, mental health, they mean mental health issues.
True.
And sometimes the person talking about mental health issues is probably not even aware of the metrics of mental health. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, people talk about depression, suicidal thoughts, anxiety, whatever. We just speak all these big psychological terms. We
And they don't know what it actually means.
Some in quotes, mental health issues symptoms. They are probably just maybe the result of hormonal imbalance in maybe ladies, you get what I mean? Sometimes it's just you're having a bad day. Maybe somebody says something you didn't like, but you suddenly blow it up. And it's now a mental health issue. Please, what can we do about this matter?
Honestly, mental health is, I won't say it's overrated.
Okay.
It is not overrated. Even mental health issues.
Okay.
Yeah, not overrated. I just feel like the term is abused.
The term is abused,
Yes,
all right?
especially by
Educators.
This we Gen Zs, it is well.
Exactly.
Gen Zs are the ones that
Yes.
Though I'm a Gen Z, but I'm not part of them.
I hear you. Are we gonna look for one of your
really,
friends to come to that comment section and tell us if you are not part of them? Continue.
You will not hear me say mental health issues. See, honestly, most Gen Z that complain of mental health is laziness. They're just lazy. Tell me someone who goes to the office, you're probably 21, 22, you're done with service and all of that, and then you're working. So you have to go to the office. Probably it's your first time, doing an official work and all of that. And because you're asked to do this, or you have to report to someone, you have to be accountable and all of that, you become so overwhelmed, right? And you turn it to... It's not because you can't do it. They are just lazy.
Or let's say they're not used to that experience.
Yeah, because they are not used to it, and it's not something they like. See, an average Gen Z
It's not something they
today
like.
wants to wake up, place their back on their bed, cross their legs rather, and scroll the streets of social media. That's what they want to do. And then come and tell them that food is ready. They eat. While walking to the kitchen to get their food, they are checking TikTok. And then while they want to eat, they make a video of their food, post it on TikTok. That's what an average Gen Z wants to do. And this same person, I tell them, okay, you take a course. You hear my mental health. The same person that does not have a mental health issue when jumping from one social media platform to the other has mental health issues when it comes to being productive with your
or
time.
mentally challenged, when they are challenged to
And
improve
honestly,
their minds.
again, some Gen Zs are complaining about mental health issues. It's not mental health issue, it's mental laziness.
Mental laziness.
They're just lazy to use their brains, lazy to think.
Exercise their minds.
Yes, there was this time I think I was asked to do something by one of my mentors, and I did it, or probably I didn't do it at the time I was supposed to do it. And he looked at me and said, "You are mentally lazy."
Oh, that hits below the belt.
God.
Oh my God!
I thought of my life like,
that's what I was about to say.
I was thinking about, it was just ringing. You are mentally lazy. You are mentally lazy. And that's what made me like, I had to, do a reflection and, okay, I'm mentally lazy. So it means it's not that you don't have the ability to do this thing. You don't just want to go through the stress required
to do
or
it.
the process required to actually do that thing. So mental health issues is not like it's overrated, because really there are people that genuinely have mental health issues.
You see, when we talk about that mental health issues, like you said, the mental health issue is different from mental health
itself.
Of course.
Yes.
Mental health itself. So people that I can say that they have mental health, definitely you are talking about psychosis.
That's mental health issues.
You are talking about maybe
acute
you have
depression.
You have depression. You have something deeper than you. Not you won't be even able to deliver any job or do
function
anything
normally as a human.
Exactly. So why are you saying that you have mental issues when it comes to work?
And
when
also,
it comes to work,
why is it that
when it comes to work,
it is until what work comes in, that is when you say you have they are disturbing my mental health, they are disturbing me, that woman,
this
that
thing
man,
is affecting
this
my
thing
mental
is
health.
affecting my mental.
You don't even have one.
Oh my God!
Honestly, you are just lazy.
That sounds like a shade.
See, the only thing that can grow a man is when you are challenged.
Yes.
When you are challenged.
When you choose to... because the truth is, you can be challenged and you will not grow.
You can run away, fight or flight response.
If you choose to avoid that challenge.
Well, some people are like that, but when you are challenged, when you face it, be like, I am like this.
You meet a new version of yourself.
That I cannot do this, really, and I will do it, and I will exceed your expectation. Because for me, it helped me a lot when I see people doing what I can do, and I'll be like, no. In a way, I'm challenged.
Of course.
And some people, they cannot undo. They have insecurity. I mean, inferiority complex. Because someone at their age or someone who is not up to them is doing something, and they just want to go into a cave of mental, not to do that thing, or to give an excuse.
They don't accept the reality.
They don't want to accept it exactly. They don't want to accept the reality of doing that stuff, especially when it now involves a corporate organization,
workspace,
in your workspace. Like you said, they just want to stay at home, you know,
everything.
everyone is looking for remote
everything
job,
on their lap.
and they think that remote job won't affect
Even
their
remote
Also
job,
mental-
remote
remote
job
job does
is
not mean you-
demanding. I don't think people realize. They say work
God.
from the comfort of your home. That is the only part. That statement is the
The
only.
comfort is supposed
No,
to be
you
omitted.
don't even understand. That statement is the only beautiful thing about what's the meaning. I don't know if you
And the
understand.
statement is not true.
That's what I'm saying. When you
There's
say
no
work,
comfort
when you're
there.
working
The only-
remotely, working remotely means you don't need someone to supervise you to get your job done. Are you really that person?
No, it's not even that you
No,
don't need someone to
you are
That's
even-
all that
there is
supervision.
even-
No,
under
you don't understand what
supervision.
I'm doing. You know, when you have to go to the office, like you have a normal on-site 9 to 5, you go to the office. You have to go to the office. This one, they are trusting that even if you're not in an office setting, wherever you are is conducive enough for you to do your work.
Yeah, and-
Now, it takes
Yes.
a level of mental maturity to actually do remote work.
Of
Yes,
course, you are
very
right.
true.
But then it is not until when, even though when you are at home, you are still supervised.
Yes, you're still being
I
supervised.
understand
Delivery is
that.
there, your
Of
delivery
course,
time is
of
there.
course.
You are being monitored in
But
a
it's
way.
not
And you're accountable.
The only
on-site.
thing that I can say that is
You don't have to
different from
move.
on-site is, you know, there is a kind of fear. Should I use fear that comes when you see your boss
Physically.
physically?
Yeah.
Okay, what about getting a mail from your boss?
Like any
that one.
It could also
Communication.
work the same. The only difference I see between physical
and, yeah.
remote is the fact that I don't have to move. I can really get my job done. I really love getting my job done on my bed. I wake up, I can remain there, like, just do your thing. But I have to first think of what to wear, how to move. It's stressful for me. If I that's like I have mental health issues.
Mental health issues. I think that it's also important for us to mention that mental health issues are real.
They're
And
very real.
sometimes people sweep them under the carpet, right? Now, this is away from people being lazy. Mental health issues are
actually real,
There,
yes.
there are unresolved traumas that so many people are going through. I know some people don't like hearing that thing, unresolved trauma, but a lot of people actually have it.
Yes,
because
true.
it shows up in the way they speak. It shows up in how they interact with specific groups. For example, people that probably didn't have cordial relationships, females that didn't have cordial relationships with their fathers, they probably have a particular pattern of relating with males that they meet, males of a certain age.
Yes, because
it is a trauma response.
become a
Do you
pattern for
understand?
them.
Now,
Yeah.
some people have maybe they start feeling a particular way, their body start reacting a particular way when they're about to have a particular experience. Maybe they want to write an exam, maybe they want to travel
because of-
You
somewhere.
become suspicious of that.
Experiences.
It might be anxiety. Now, these are labels. Psychologists have attempted to label some of these things. I am not a psychologist, but I have friends that are into it. I'm interested in that field. So sometimes I just try to learn about it. What I'm trying to say is there are some experiences that people have not adequately labeled.
Healed from.
And they've not healed from it. So when you've not even labeled something, it will be difficult for you to heal from it.
True.
You know, in the business world, they say you can't track what you can't measure, right? So when you're able to measure an outcome, you can track it. The same thing, if you're not able to label some very nasty experiences, is difficult. Now, because a lot of people, or some people, because some people have kind of blurred the line between mental laziness and real mental health issues, people are now starting to drift away from the actual people that need interventions for mental health issues. There are people who go through there are acute people from acute depression,
Yes.
symptoms from drug use. You know, some people start having mental problems from drug
Exactly.
use. Some people start having mental issues from abuse. People that have been physically abused. The shock can be so much on their body that it also goes into their minds. Do you get like different things? Sometimes we watch these things in movies, but they're not just movies.
Yeah,
they're real.
It's actually very real, and that's
They're
why I
real.
said it is not overrated. It is just being abused, and if you know, that abuse comes more from the Gen Zs. Not like
I understand that.
there are no Gen Zs that actually experience these things, but there's a way they've abused it, and it makes it now look like the subject matter is overrated. It's not overrated. It's real. It is very real. It's some people's reality is what so many people are battling,
In
and they
different
desire to come out
ways.
from in different ways.
I think I like the awareness of the mental health issues. I like the way that people, because you can just see someone slumming.
I don't know why.
You don't know why. If you had tracked such person's previous behavior and how the person has been responding in the previous weeks, you would have seen that this person has been suffering from this. But you know, in old, how do I put it now? All these elderly people, not the Gen Z now, they know how to keep to themselves. Even though they are suffering, they are still not saying it out. But you see Gen Zs, small suffer.
I think it can be a good thing.
Pre-suffer.
I think it can be a good thing.
You've not seen the suffer at all.
In two ways,
That's
yes.
what I'm saying. That I love the
Yes.
Gen Zs
awareness that
repel
they
stress.
actually not as if in a way not as if they are lazy in a way, but it's just you getting
They
aware
quickly it's like they have a discomfort sensor. Like there's something that's pam,
Repel
pam,
it.
pam.
They
This thing
don't-
is
that say,
uncomfortable.
I cannot. But in the real sense, those people that says that they can still undo so many things.
Of course, that's the funny thing. That's the
They
funny
can
thing.
multitask.
Yes.
Yeah, but can we talk about the sweet part of that too?
Okay.
As much as it's like looking like a
Problem.
flaw,
Okay.
or a problem. I feel like these fact that I cannot go through stress has made so many Gen Zs think out of the box. Let's give kudos to Gen Zs. They think out of the box. They actually, honestly, they do. And talking about working smart, being able to do, they do it.
Oh, you want to go to Working Smart? Do you know what actually formed Working Smart? It's years of experience.
Yes.
Your years of experience
Yes.
actually form the way you will work smart because you already know the process. So you are
And you're looking
thinking
for how to optimize it, make it more efficient.
exactly. So how I would actually support you that maybe some Gen Z, but not all of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Not
Some
all
of
of them.
them. Now, these ones are the responsible ones that don't want to. They actually want to do something, but they don't want to go through. Now, I want to be very careful with my words, right? So you don't misunderstand me. Now, there are actually some Gen Zs that have stuff. They have potentials, not the ones that aimlessly stroll the streets of social media doing nothing. There's some that actually have stuff. You see young people at 17, 18 already hitting millions. And these people are doing it from, these are people that have actually said, doing it from the comfort of their daddy's house. They don't have house rent to pay. They don't have any, they are just, from their room and they are making millions already before 20. And these same people can actually tell you, I can't do this kind of work, or it's going to
Yes.
stress my
Yes.
head. But
Yes.
trust me, when it comes to some things that they really want to do,
They will go through the stress for
they
it.
go through it, they improvise, like they look for means that this thing would not stress them out as it would a normal person or an average person, and they'll get it done. They get the same result that you want to get in a more easier way, or a much more
But
easier
what
way.
they will do, what I've noticed, and I have a friend like that. Do you know amount of research they do?
Yes.
They go into
They do-
research.
Yes.
They do research. So from their research, that is where they do not have that personal experience. So it is the research
That they
From
make.
experiences of other people.
from other people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That the
that made
responsible
them.
ones. Yes.
So they go through rigorous and they are very studious in a way that they know this, they know that. By the time they are coming out with their
Applying
result,
all of it.
applying all, you'll be
Yes.
like, are you sure?
Yes.
And in a way, they used to have kind of mentor, a maestro
Yeah,
behind
actually.
them. That they are very inquisitive. So I have in the design industry, brand identity industry, you see even a young girl of 18, 17, 20 that actually eating correct gig,
And actually, these people
and
also.
they are actually making like a nice. You would see it. You will know that no, this
one knows what
is
it is.
not an experience. Not an experience. It is gotten from research and from the experience of
other
those
people.
who have gone ahead of them.
Yeah.
So you said that responsible the
responsible ones.
ones.
Yes.
So
Actually,
in a way, those people
it doesn't validate the abuse.
okay.
It doesn't
Yeah.
validate the abuse. But I'm saying for the ones that feel like it's so stressful, but they still want to be useful. They actually, that's what, instead of going through the stress of gaining all of these experiences, they rather feed on the experiences of other people.
Others, yeah.
Yes. And these same people, if you study them, most of them are, privileged to be placed on that path early enough. At 12, at 10, they're already teaching them coding.
Yes, you're right.
So it's very fast, and they're entrusted into people that have experiences. So it's very easy for them to feed on the experiences of other people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Some people, they have that capacity, that capacity and the availability of men who can hold their hands and say, "We are do this." Not
Do this.
if you talk about the millennials, that you can just stumble on anything that you want to do. Just start it, and if it did not work, you go to another thing. There is no I posted a post some days ago on when design actually started.
Okay.
You know, majority of us started with junks from, well, should I call it junks? I mean, a lot of YouTube tutorials that it was not even organized. It was not even planned from structured. Thank you. From beginner to, you just what you want. What do you want to do? Search it. You just it. That's what you will do. So you are just learning
sufficient for the moment.
just for a particular thing. How do you remove spot from faces? That's what you will see. You will not see a proper course. But now courses everywhere, detailed from beginning to the end. So we learned from Pigs Imperfect to all these guys those times. But now you will see a very well detailed, and you can even purchase them.
And some are even free.
Some are even free.
Yeah.
So there is this, in those times there is, if millennials want to say that we are going through mental issues, they are the one that should, because they will to make something, to create that perfect image, the perfect manipulation, they will stress. Now there is AI. With 2 clicks,
Thank God for
you've
AI.
already done it. So there is help for them,
Yes.
but yet they will still
some
say,
people are just
mental health in me.
Some people are lazy to prompt ChatGPT.
Of course,
like, just to
they are
prompt it
there.
correctly.
Of course. That one
Because even
is.
sometimes ChatGPT can be lazy.
That one
ChatGPT
exists.
can also
Yes,
complain.
so
Well, I think that it's also important for us to highlight that your mental health as a human being matters. Now, because we've been talking about what do we mean? Mental health is talking about how your well-being
Healthy.
is, how healthy
healthy.
your mind and your emotions are. Simple. I'm not a psychologist professional, so I may not be able to give you a proper or scholarly definition. Now, what I'm trying to say is mental health is simply how are you doing mentally, like in your mind. What is happening with your emotions? How well are you able to regulate it and all of that?
Your
Now,
temperaments.
Now, mental health issues is referring to the problems that are associated with the mind, with the emotions,
when the
which
mind
can
is not
be
in
traced.
proper state.
Thank you. Which can be traced to so many things. Some can be family based, where you grew up, your environment, the experiences you had, abuse, and all of that. Where I'm going is this: it is possible for people to climb to a particular level in anything that they are doing and still have mental health problems. What do I mean? Some people, many of us can relate. Oh, depending on where you went to school. So for some of us that went to public schools, you probably will see some people. They are very smart teachers. These teachers are very smart and all. But when they get angry over the most irrelevant things, and they start to scream and they start to shout, and they just know, nah, this person has a problem.
I don't know if
This person has a problem. You will continue. Now, what I'm trying to say is, as much as we are saying, of course, pay attention to your work, don't be lazy and all of that, I don't want us to lose sight of the fact that every one of us still has to pay attention to our mental health too.
Of course.
There is the need for community. You spoke about mentorship. Mentorship is not only in terms of people that have gone ahead. You also need community of peers who are not jealous of your success. That you guys can learn together and grow together.
Circle.
You also need time away from this thing. You need time away from, especially for those of us that work on screens, we need time away from it. You need time with yourself. Like, there are some things you want to know about your life. You want clarity about it. You want clarity. Sometimes you can just have some hours away from the screen, some hours away from even other people, and just have time to yourself to think. There are some thoughts, some clarity that you're looking for that are actually inside you. Sometimes the mental, we don't really pay attention to the basics, just little things. Little things. Some of us wake up and the first thing we look at is this. It's a problem on its own. So what I'm just trying to say is, of course, do your work, build influence, be known for this, that's fine. But still, don't become that successful person that is mentally imbalanced. Because it's a disaster waiting to happen. It's like some people have anger issues over little things. And it's probably when they start destroying company property, files, important documents that they will realize
that one
they have
is
anger
extreme.
issues. Yes, they're extreme, but sometimes we watch these things in movies, but they're not just movies. They are mirrors of some things that people are experiencing that we probably didn't have names for. You understand? When we observe
It's not
them.
because they want to be like that.
Of course,
some of
it's
them
not.
really don't want to be
It's
like
not.
that, but they
It's
cannot
not.
just handle it. They can't
Yes.
control it.
Yes.
And I don't know if you had lecturers that, this is real. They'll finish class for 7 a.m. And some of my classmates will be like, share any happy home. Don't you have a happy home? Who fixes class for 7 a.m.? And this person fixing class for 7 a.m. is not living in the school environment. It's probably coming from another state. Why? No, sometimes
why do you want to stress
lash
us?
out
They just
on you
want to
for
live.
something that is really so insignificant.
And that's where therapy and counseling really matter. Even though I know that many of us like to kick against it, like, it's not for me. It's not my portion. But it's not just for, people that have issues. Like she said, it's not just for the mentally deranged.
So far, you have suffered something in the past and you cannot heal easily. So
yes, something that continues to affect maybe the way you think, the way you view life, the way you speak, and all of that. So at the end of the day, yes, please, let's not label every challenge that comes our way a mental health issue.
Don't abuse it.
Because if you keep seeing all of them like that, you might even overreact or underreact. Do you understand? So also, we should pay attention to our ensuring that our minds are actually in good condition. We've spoken about mentorship, community, and all of that. So let's hear from you in the comments. What do you think? Do you know anyone who has experienced a mental health issue? Or have you experienced it? You understand? Are you a psychologist? Do you want to educate us about these things? Please let us know. We would love to hear from you. And so we give a big shout out to Tebiba Media that's hosted us in such a beautiful,
Thank you, Tebiba Media.
Yes, such a beautiful studio. As well, we celebrate our sponsor, our partner, Tebiba Publisher. Yes. So ensure that you are following Tebiba Podcast across all social media platforms.
Yeah.
Subscribe to this channel. Like our video. Give a comment. Share with everybody, including those that need to know about mental health and mental health issues.
Yes.
And please continue to follow for more updates. Till we come your way again in another insightful video.
Bye.
Bye.